they did dirty to our girls, like very, very dirty. Is this an actual origin story? Is this a hot mess? We're going to be reviewing the film Madam Web. So, Madam Web is one of the films that Sony brought into the table in regards to the Spider-Verse. Being the fact that Sony has the rights for Spider-Man, we've seen countless of films like Venom, Morbius, and as well Into the Spider-Verse. Being the fact that Into the Spider-Verse and Venom are their most, I would say, successful films, probably they thought that bringing A-list actresses to this new world that I would say called this not called, but this new world of introducing more superheroes from the Spider-Verse universe, probably they would have made a quite a quite a couple bucks. But I will say that they did dirty to our girls. So, what girls are we talking about? We have Dakota Johnson playing Cassandra Webb. We have Sydney Sweeney playing Julia Cornwall. Isabel Merced, Anya Corazon, and then Celeste O'Connor that's playing Maddie Franklin. We do have other actors that we have seen in other projects, like Emma Roberts that plays Mary Parker, Tahar Rahim as Ezekiel Sims, Mike Epps that plays the character O'Neill, and Adam Scott Ben Parker, in between other characters and actors that we've seen in other films or projects. Why do I say that Sony did the dirty to them? This film is the origin story of a character called Madam Web. So in the Madam, I don't know that much. I will give you my little knowledge that I know about Madam Web. So Madam Web is a character from the Spider-Verse because when I used to read comics a lot, I loved reading one-shot stories with different characters. So one of the one-shot stories was with Spider-Woman. So we had a bunch of Spider-Woman in this story. Madam Web was one of them. So in this case, we do see that this is the origin story of Madam Web, and the girls are the different Spider-Woman from the Spider-Verse world. So Madam Web's character can be in different places, even though she is in one same place, and as well can see the future. So we do see Dakota Johnson and her origin story on how she got her powers and how her powers got like activated and everything. But the film is all over the place. I think that the film is much more of a comedy than a superhero origin story. One of the other things that we have seen, at least myself, in interviews, they do ask the girls, like let's say Sydney Sweeney, she mentioned that she became part of the film because apparently they sold to them that they were going to be part of the MCU. Being the fact that we do have Spider-Man still in the MCU, hey, it is I would say a good entry to be like, yeah, you will be part of the MCU, but then when the movie releases, no, you're not. Or while you're in the press conferences or anything, you realize that you're not going to be part of the Marvel cinematic universe. And it is sad. This film has so much problems that is ridiculous. Even though I would say that certain CGI looks great, but being the fact that you wanted to present four different Spider-Woman that you don't even see them in their suits, not even a bit in this film. You see their suits like probably 5 times counted, especially in the end. This film just is an atrocity of like these characters. Being the fact that you have so many big names, and let me go there. Big names meaning Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney are big names in Hollywood. Isabel Merced and Celeste O'Connor are going through the ranks because we've seen Isabel Merced in many other projects that she's been very successful, and not only that, she is going to be on part of the Alien Romulus film, in between others. And she is actually listed in the she does come out in The Last of Us as well, probably in the second season. Yeah, second season. She's listed in the second season, but she's been in other films as well that she does an amazing work. And it is sad that we have these four actresses that bring phenomenal performances, because even though the film is bad, the performances for each one is great. I would say that the direction is kind of odd, and being the fact that Sydney Sweeney, we're so used to her characters from like Euphoria and Anyone But You, and in between others. In this case, seeing her as a shy schoolgirl or whatnot is really interesting, in the fact that it shows you that Sydney Sweeney can play other types of characters. But this film, guys, the story is horrible. Not You can't save the film out of the story. The direction is horrible as well. The writing is bad. The script is bad. It's just sad to see how you have these four actresses and such, I'm not going to say a big budget, but such a budget that the film just, you just cry when you just finish the film, because you're so used to seeing these Spider-Man characters have their origin story be like probably the first half an hour, and then you see them kicking ass through the villains, let it be the Green Goblin, or let it be Rhino, or let it be any other villains. I don't know the villains of the Spider-Woman, but yeah, it is sad. It is sad that we got this film. And because they give you an introduction on how things happened. Then after that introduction, you have a time skip, a major time skip from I think it's 1997 to 2003. And then you stay in 2003. They show you a couple of scenes with the girls with the suits, and that's it. And then you have the story of Dakota Johnson trying to find the girls, like that she can save the girls, because there's this enemy that wants to kill the girls, because the girls are going to kill them. And then this guy has like this Spider-Man suit that looks like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suit. Yeah, it's an all over the place film. I just gotta say, I didn't like the action. I didn't like the story, how it went through. I didn't like that there's no payoff in the end. The payoff that we got, the origin story of all these Spider-Women, yeah, sure, that's fine. But I think that the film would have been better if you had your 30-minute origin story. You present the villain. Then you have Madam Web assembling the team. And from there, you go ahead and have that epic battle between Madam Web, the Spider-Woman, versus the antagonist. And there you go. I would say a better film. It is sad that they played such a dirt to Dakota, Sydney, Isabel, and Celeste, that I'm really doubting that they will make a second one, or that they will bring these characters back. If they do, I hope that they do bring back the same cast members in a different setting and giving them a better chance. Or, hey, Marvel, you guys have this deal with Sony, so give them their own film, but in the MCU. I know that you guys would do a better job. Better job on whatever the heck we got here in Madam Web. So I do gotta say, I do not recommend the film. If you guys want to watch it just to be able to like clear your doubts, then go ahead and watch it. It's already available in Netflix, so you can watch it in Netflix. And yeah, I'm very sorry, but Madam Web, me being one of the per people that was actually hyped because just having Dakota Johnson and having Sydney Sweeney in the cast and Bella, I just gotta say that I was like super excited. Celeste, I really don't know what other works she's been, so I probably might have seen her in other films, and I would just need to see where else I've seen her. But as well, Celeste did a phenomenal performance on her character in the film. But again, it's sad to see how Sony did the bad with these cast members. And I'm going to say all of them because it is the truth. It's all of them. So I don't recommend Madam Web at all, guys. And when I say at all, I mean it. At all. No. It's a bad no. If you guys want to see more reviews and more videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel to Reel In Films or go to our website, reelinfilms.com. We do post reviews as well in the written format, and as well we post news now and then in our website. But all of our news go through Instagram, so follow us in Instagram. That is where we post all of our news, and there's more to come in Reel In Films. So we will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.